January 3rd, 1990, and I'm near the end of my 2-week Christmas vacation here at my family's farm in Portland, North Dakota. On today's show, I thought I'd share with you how my family and I celebrated the season and share some craft projects with you in the process. If I'm going to tell you about my Christmas, I guess we should first start out with what went on back in New York in my apartment there. I didn't do much Christmas decorating in my apartment this year, but I did do one simple craft project that I wanted to tell you about. Once again this year, when Halloween and Thanksgiving were over, I was left with one very nice pumpkin that still wasn't rotten. So I decided to decorate this pumpkin and use it as a Christmas decoration. I did this by painting the pumpkin red and then dripping white paint over the pumpkin. And after this had dried, I put it in a little entryway in my apartment, and I think it made a very cute Christmas decoration. The day before I left on my Christmas trip here to North Dakota, someone left a present for me at my building. It was beautifully wrapped in red paper with a big green bow. Bells were attached to the bow, which added an extra touch of whimsy. I was very excited to open it. The card explained that it was from a fan who watched my craft show here on cable TV, someone I'd never heard from before, but the card explained that the fan had made this himself. Well, I unwrapped it, and it was this neat nut tree. I liked it very much, and I promised him, I called him and thanked him for it, and I promised him that I would show it on the air. And he made it himself, and I was very thrilled to get it. And you didn't even send me a card. When I arrived here in North Dakota, my father was busy over in his workshop, busy like one of Santa's elves, making, one of the things he made were these reindeer. He makes these from scratch using a branch off a tree. After he gets everything sawed and clipped to the size that he needs, he's then ready to attach the legs. He does this by drilling 4 holes in the bottom of the stomach part or the body part of the deer. Next, it's time to put on the neck. After that, he attaches the antlers to the head. I asked my dad what kind of wood he likes to use for these deer, and he says he likes to use basswood. Next, he'll attach the head, and then add some more fine details, like the tail and the ears. Now, my father has made these in all different sizes. He's made them like 2 feet tall to like 5 inches tall. And I asked him how many he thinks he's made over the past years. And he said he thought he'd made like 25 of them. I thought they were real cute. He also made these little sleds. And this could be a neat toy, or it could be a neat Christmas decoration. He made several of these for some of the neighborhood kids and some relatives, so we personalized them for each of the kids. So I thought those were just some cute craft projects that my dad made that I wanted to show you. On December 23rd,
my sister Catherine and I ventured out in our warmest clothes to go to a very special annual Christmas celebration. Catherine is a student at NDSU and was home on vacation. This was my second year attending this celebration, and it was Catherine's first, so I was anxious to share the experience with her. Our destination was a farm about 10 miles out in the country. When we got there, the first thing we did was go on a sleigh ride. In the farmyard, we could go in the heated garage. There we would find hot apple cider, coffee, and donuts. We could warm ourselves by the fire as we visited with friends and neighbors. Soon after it was dark, the sleigh rides would come to a close, and we would be treated to a very special Christmas program. As the audience sat on bleachers made of hay bales, the Christmas story would come to life as we sang Christmas carols.
To the people together, he demanded of them where the Christ should be born. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judah. Went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceedingly great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. When they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh.
Like I said, that was on December 23rd. And that night when we got home, I started a very ambitious craft project. I wanted to make a gingerbread house for my grandmother to give to her for Christmas. But it wasn't just going to be a gingerbread house. It was going to be a gingerbread house of her house, which made it a bit more difficult to make. I had photographs of my grandmother's house to work from. Referring to the photographs, I made a template or a model out of cardboard that I would make the gingerbread. But you know, first you make it out of cardboard before you make it out of gingerbread. And then I taped it all together to be sure all the pieces fit, and then started out on my project. And that night was very exciting at our house because everyone was home. My sister Sheila, who lives in Minneapolis, was home. My sister Sherry, who lives with her husband and 2 children in Aberdeen, Washington, they were also home. So we had a full house, and there was a lot of activity going on, including my mom and my niece Erin were busy making Christmas cookies, and there's a lot going on. Meanwhile, I was making my gingerbread house. Take a look at this.